The calm waters of the Oslo fjord witnessed an unprecedented sight, a vessel of staggering proportions, a floating city of steel, power on an epic scale. It glided through the narrow waterway. This was the USSGeraldRFord, the world's largest and most advanced carrier, making its first visit to Norway. Over 1,100 feet long, its scale is almost impossible to grasp, a testament to American engineering and military might. The arrival was not a quiet affair. A deliberate, powerful statement, broadcast for the world to see, more than a ship entering a harbor, a symbol of an alliance, a projection of strength in a region living under a shadow of uncertainty. The air buzzed with awe, and with tension. Local Norwegians lined the shores, their small boats dwarfed by the colossal warship, capturing the moment on their phones. The Ford is not just a carrier, it is sovereign American territory. It carries over 4,500 sailors. It carries a formidable air wing of advanced fighter jets. Its presence in Oslo, so close to Russia's sphere of influence, was carefully calculated, designed to send a clear, unambiguous message about commitment, partnership, and the unwavering resolve of NATO. This was not a routine visit, it was a strategic demonstration to deter aggression and reassure allies. For the crew, this journey was the culmination of intense training and preparation. Sailing the intricate Norwegian fjords demanded immense skill and precision, executed flawlessly. Their mission goes beyond navigation. They are forward-deployed guardians of an international order, the human element behind this display of technology and power, a living reminder of the United States' security guarantees to European partners, each sailor showcasing readiness and professionalism at every turn. This visit is far from a simple diplomatic courtesy. Its timing is critical, coming just weeks after a deeply unsettling incident on NATO's eastern flank. A Russian drone reportedly crossed into Polish airspace before being shot down. News coverage was cautious, but the event sent a shockwave through the alliance. It reminded everyone how easily the conflict could spill into NATO territory. The USSGeraldRFord in Oslo is a direct response, a united, overwhelming show of force. The Poland incident triggered an immediate and robust NATO response. For Norway, sharing a sensitive Arctic border with Russia, the message lands especially hard. The security of one ally is the security of all. The Ford's visit reinforces NATO's collective defense and the importance of Nordic security to Europe. This is not just about protecting borders, it is about protecting the values and stability the alliance defends. Norway's strategic importance to NATO can't be understated. Its long coastline gives critical access to the North Atlantic and the Arctic, vital sea lanes for reinforcement and trade. Norway acts as NATO's eyes and ears in the high north. A visit from the U.S. Navy's most powerful warship reaffirms that strategic bond. It signals that the northern flank is heavily fortified and defended, from the Black Sea in the south to the Barents Sea in the far north. The Ford's arrival is both reassurance to members and a powerful deterrent to adversaries. It proves the alliance has political will and overwhelming military capability. In an era of renewed great power competition, visible demonstrations of strength are essential. They reduce the risk of miscalculation and clarify consequences. The Ford in Oslo is a floating fortress, and a floating symbol of a promise. An attack on one is an attack on all. The journey of the USSGeraldRFord into Norwegian waters was a masterclass in Allied coordination. It was not a solitary voyage. As the carrier strike group entered the North Sea, it was met and escorted by a formidable contingent of Norwegian naval forces, Norwegian air forces, frigates, corvettes, F-35 fighter jets seamlessly integrated with their American counterparts, operating as a single, unified force. This joint operation was a practical display of years of shared training and interoperability, proving these Allied forces can work together effectively at a moment's notice. The sight of Norwegian ships sailing alongside the American behemoth sent a powerful message of seamless partnership. This escort was more than ceremonial. It was a live-fire example of NATO's new operational posture. In response to the drone incident in Poland and the broader security challenges, the alliance has activated a new heightened air defense mission and a maritime defense mission codenamed Eastern Sentry. This operation involves a multinational force dedicated to monitoring and protecting the airspace and sea lanes along NATO's entire eastern frontier. The mission is a clear signal that the alliance is shifting from reassurance to active, forward defense, ready to intercept threats. The scope of Eastern Sentry is impressive, showcasing the breadth and depth of the alliance. It brings together military assets from a host of member nations, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, Poland, the Netherlands, the Nordic countries. Fighter jets from these nations are now conducting more frequent patrols, while naval groups like the one led by the USSGeraldRFord are increasing their presence in strategic waters like the Baltic Sea, the North Sea, creating a multi-layered defense network designed to deter and defeat any aggression. The cooperation between the United States and Norway extends far beyond the dramatic arrival of an aircraft carrier. It is a deep, enduring partnership forged in the Arctic. In recent months, United States and Norwegian forces have conducted extensive joint exercises in the high north, honing their ability to operate in extreme cold weather conditions. These drills are not just about survival, they're about mastering the complex logistics of projecting military power, where the unforgiving climate can be as much an adversary as any human foe. This shared experience builds trust and interoperability. One of the most significant exercises was Arctic Edge, which saw United States Marines training alongside their Norwegian counterparts deep inside the Arctic Circle. They practiced amphibious landings on icy shores, and coordinating air support in blizzard conditions. The goal is to ensure Allied forces can survive but fight and win in this unique and strategically vital region. The Arctic is increasingly seen as a potential flashpoint due to its valuable resources and opening sea routes, making this kind of specialized training more critical than ever before. This partnership ensures NATO can secure its northernmost frontier effectively. The collaboration is built on mutual respect and a shared understanding of the Arctic environment. Norwegian forces bring generations of experience in polar operations, offering invaluable knowledge to their American allies. In return, the United States provides strategic bombers, advanced submarines, and satellite surveillance. This synergy creates a formidable defensive posture in the high north. It sends a clear signal that any attempt to dominate the Arctic militarily will be met by a well-prepared and highly integrated Allied force, ready to defend a vast and challenging territory. Unsurprisingly, the arrival of the world's largest warship in a neighboring country did not go unnoticed in Moscow. The Russian military response was swift, predictable, but pointed. Kremlin sees NATO activity near its borders as provocative, especially in the Nordic regions and in the Arctic regions. Russian state media ran the Ministry of Defense statement condemning the carrier's visit as an unfriendly, destabilizing show of force. They framed it as NATO's aggressive expansion eastward, the familiar Moscow narrative. Russia then launched military drills in the Barents Sea. The Northern Fleet put vessels to sea, submarines, surface ships. Moscow called the exercises routine, but the timing sent a counter-signal. A reminder that Russia has significant military power in the region. This fits a broader pattern in the high north. Russia has rebuilt and modernized Arctic bases, deployed advanced air defenses, ramped up Northern Fleet operations. Its most advanced nuclear-powered submarines patrol regularly. Moscow wants to protect economic resources in the Arctic, and to secure naval access to the Atlantic. NATO activity is viewed as a direct challenge to those objectives. Norwegian media covered the story intensely. Reports highlighted the American warship and juxtaposed Russian exercises. That coverage has fueled public debate about national security and stronger deterrence in the north. In the end, the visit of the USSGeraldRFord to Oslo is about far more than a single ship or a single military exercise. It is a powerful, tangible symbol of NATO's renewed sense of purpose and unity in the face of aggression. The sight of this American steel giant being escorted by Norwegian frigates operating under a multinational NATO command encapsulates the core principle of the alliance: collective defense. It demonstrates that the 32 member nations are more aligned and more integrated than ever before, bound by a shared commitment to protect every inch of Allied territory and uphold international law. The message of deterrence sent by these actions is crystal clear and aimed directly at Moscow. By projecting overwhelming military power into a strategically sensitive region, NATO is reducing the room for miscalculation. It is signaling that the cost of any further aggression against a member state would be unacceptably high. This is not about seeking conflict, it is about preventing it. A strong and united defense is the most effective way to ensure peace and stability in Europe. The Ford's visit, combined with operations like Eastern Sentry, reinforces the credibility of NATO's deterrent, making the security guarantees of the alliance ironclad. This demonstration of strength also serves to reassure the citizens of the alliance, especially those in frontline states like Norway and Poland. The USS Gerald R. Ford's voyage is a potent chapter in that ongoing story of peace through strength, unity, and unwavering resolve.